What's good, people? Thank you guys for joining the live. This is live beat reviews. We do this on Thursday nights, usually. Yeah, welcome. I'm glad to see some people already in here. It should be a pretty quick one. Didn't look like there's that many people that submitted stuff. And of course, I'm horrible at promoting, so there's that. All right, so this is a live beat reviews. If this is your first time here, you can go to the link below inside the description of this video. It'll take you to the Discord, and you just dump your song or your beat into the live beat review. I will usually only do one beat per person, unless you're going to do a super chat, and the super chat is below inside of this live. Or if you want to do a Cash App, I do have a Cash App link as well in the description if you want to do that. That way. But yeah, so one beat, and usually I will only play about 2 minutes of the track itself. So anything longer than that will also require a super chat. That's pretty much all the rules for the live. We kind of listen to everything that's in there. Usually everything will be played in order, unless, of course, once again, there's a super chat. But with that being said, how are your guys' week? Where are you guys tuning in from? And then we can get into this live beat review. Let me see if I can find out who's in here. All right, charismatic in the building. What's good, man? Thank you for stopping by, man. Good to see you. Wendy Bishop, thank you for stopping by as well. I think this is my first time seeing you in here, Wendy. So if you are new here, you can definitely make sure you're liking, subscribing to the channel, all that good stuff. But if you do want a song or a beat reviewed, you do have that option. The link is below in the description to get to the Discord. And once you're in the Discord, you just drop it in the live beat review section, and we can get it played for you tonight. All right, Stephen Parker in the building. What's good, man? Thank you for joining us. Oh, that's Cousin Wendy. Okay, I see you. All right. Martin Clark was good. Thank you for joining, man. Appreciate it. The 30-second NPC has sent. I don't know which one that is. I see you have like two of them in there. So I gotta check and see which one. Mr. Robertson is in the building though, but let's give him a hand. Thank you for joining. Low Cuts in the building. What's good, man? Thank you for joining as well. All right, Nathan Fisher in the building. What's good, man? Thank you for joining. All right. So just to let you know, it's almost the end of the month. It's a couple more days, and we will start our sample flip for next month. So probably on Sunday, I might go live and get all that set up so you guys can do the sample flip for next month. Man, this year is so far flying by. It's ridiculous, yo. Like how much things are just going. Like it's just totally ridiculous how fast everything is going. But yeah, wanted to give, I guess, a little bit of news in the beginning of this live. So Cakewalk is still not put out pricing or when they're gonna let people use the Nex or Sonar, other than the subscription base that they have right now through BandLab. Luna just came out with the Windows version. I tried to do a live on it and it didn't go very well at all. I think it crashed maybe 15 to 20 times, somewhere between there. I wasn't too happy about it. Just from pulling up, like Contact, like destroyed the whole DAW. Like Contact destroyed the DAW. Like I couldn't use my MIDI keyboard anymore. It wouldn't play, it wouldn't stop. I had to change like the audio interfaces on there, and it wouldn't link. And then when it did link, you couldn't hear it because of the OBS setup. And it was so frustrating. Then I found out that you couldn't use like a place to like tell Luna where to go to find plugins. Like whatever plugins it finds, that's it. It doesn't try to search for anything else. Is whatever is there is what you got. So I couldn't even do like the Reaper one to kind of, put it on the track and then you still be able to hear the audio through OBS. It wouldn't even let me do that. I was like, this is special. I didn't like the fact that it didn't have a MIDI editor. It only had like a inline MIDI editor, like the one you can use inside of Reaper, or whatever the other one is called. It starts with an A, and I can't remember at this very moment, but it starts with an A. And that one has an inline MIDI editor as well. It doesn't have a piano roll whatsoever. It's very interesting. That's what's up, Martin. Appreciate it, y'all. Well, I mean, if you want to put it that way, I mean, it's still in beta, so I can't really say that, but because betas are always glitchy and kind of weird. But I thought they would at least have some kind of stabilization inside there that'll, let you at least use it to play with it a little bit. Like I couldn't even make a beat. Like I couldn't do anything. And I was like almost an hour on the live. I just couldn't do anything. Yeah, somebody kept asking me about that. Was that you, Nathan? That was asking me about the tape feature? Oh, come on, man. But there he goes. Adore. There you go. Thank you. I always forget the name of it, and it's because I don't use it. I've went in there several times to try to make a beat in there. At least it doesn't crash when you pull stuff up in Adore, but you keep getting that pop-up saying, do you want to pay for this now? Like I think it's every 5 minutes or something. It just pops up. Do you want to pay for this now? Do you want to pay for this now? I'm like, why? Why are y'all doing this? Why are y'all hindering people? And this is why I love Reaper. But yeah, I don't know about the tape feature. I mean, tape machines are always cool, but there's so many of them out there that, you can kind of do whatever you want to with them. There's some free ones that are actually good. I think, Cakewalk has a tape feature. It means nothing. Like it just means nothing, yo. Like it's a tape feature. All right, so let's get into these beats. Y'all don't want to hear me keep rambling on. I can ramble on all night just to let y'all know. I really do choose not to. So, Mr. Robinson, you have this one up here, and I think you had another one further down. This one right here, okay, so the sports one, logos filled with lyrics. This is the one you want? Let me know. I could play that one now, or you want me to start from the top? That says sports cue. They look like the same length. 143. All right. Let me know which one you wanted to get played. MFN champion. Okay, so this one, I got you. All right, so we're going to start it off with Mr. Robinson, the producer. Let's go.
I'm in champion mode. I'm in champion mode. I'm in champion mode. I'm in champion mode. Ain't no stopping me. Hall of Fame, record breaker, I'm the prodigy. They gon' write this in the books, I'm making history. Put them W's in the air, I'm tasting victory. Back to back, me and when they got that chemistry. We just out to win it all. I'm bred for this. My DNA got winning in it, yeah, I'm built for this. It's for sure I'm in my bag. Gotta do 'em how you do 'em, I'm for sure that's why they mad. The main thing, every time I slide, they never see the same thing. Show 'em how you come, I'm going hard till they call game. It be fun till that trash talk don't help you win. Go again. Every time we score, we gon' come score again. Go again. When they look up, we ain't done, we go again. Go again. Push the issue till the clock stop. All I know is I can't lose. You can try if you want, but this is what I do. Ain't no stopping me. Hall of Fame, record breaker, I'm the prodigy. They gon' write this in the books, I'm making history. Put them W's in the air, I'm tasting victory. Back to back, me and when they got that chemistry. We just out to win it all. We just out to win it all. We just out to win it all. We just out to win it all.
All right, man. Let's give it up for Mr. Robinson coming through with the championship mode. I actually like the track. I like the song. It can definitely work. It just needs some mix. I don't know if this is like mix and mastered or not, but it does sound like some of the mix can come up. Like the vocals were definitely standing out, which is always good. It's kind of what you want. But the beat was really like behind it. So you want to make sure that everything has like its own kind of lane and kind of glues together. Like I said, I don't know if this is mix and mastered or not, but I like it. I think it can do something definitely inside of the field of, you know, the sports and TV film kind of thing. I could see it definitely on like a game or something. So yeah, definitely good work for Mr. Robinson. Let's give it up for him. All right, shout out to Saya, man. Thank you for the donation. You copped the mic? Okay. A Blast King influencer mic? What is that? Okay. So we're gonna be hearing some low cut bars. Is that what you're trying to say? We're gonna get some low cut bars soon. Yeah, we want to hear these low cut bars, yo. Yeah, definitely dope. Okay. I got you. I felt like it may not have been mixed completely, but I see the direction you're going, and it can fit. The elements are pretty good in there as well. Like I said, it just needs to have that glue to make everything come together. Once you get that going, then I don't see an issue that it wouldn't play somewhere. Yeah, some low cut bars. Saya in the building. What's good, Saya? Thank you for joining us, man. All right, let's get into next up. We have Charismatic. Let's go.
Do you like that?
Yeah,
Your lip, I make you bite that.
lady,
I can be a nightcap. Yeah, you like
cause
that.
I came to slay. I am top tier. This my premiere. Haters
I came
beware.
to slay.
This is my year. Ain't going nowhere. I'm making it
I
clear.
came to slay.
I am top tier. This my premiere. Haters
I came
beware.
to slay.
This is my year. Yeah, ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
I'm making
see
it
a girl
clear.
like me, you gotta match my fly. Take a special kind of guy, gon' catch my eye like Johnny Gill. Make me say my. If not, like NSYNC, bye. I be turning heads like they're an exorcist. Gotta be top tier to stand next to this. You're a rookie, I'm a pro specialist. I'm in my own class, can't even match my prerequisites. Yeah, the girls wanna be just like me. They think that they can, but that is unlikely. Yeah, that is unlikely. Not just a little, not even
Cause I
slightly.
came to slay. I am top tier. This my premiere. Haters
I came to
beware.
slay.
This is my year. Ain't going nowhere. I'm making it
I
clear.
came to slay.
I am top tier. This my premiere. Haters
I
beware.
came to slay.
This is my year.
Need I say more? Oh, this is dope, man. Very well put together. I can definitely hear people going over the hook in there. I don't know what you're using it for or what you may be using it for, but I can definitely see it in some shows that's out there, man. The track, of course, in the background. But the vocalist or the artist was really dope too, man. I would just probably kind of I don't know how many times she's doubled the hook, but I would make it just a little bit thicker, just a little bit more thicker, just so it'll stand out a little bit more. But other than that, I mean, everything else in there is pretty much perfect, yo. Let's give it up for Charismatic. Yeah, Dice. It's definitely fire, yo. Charismatic. Definitely bring it. Oh, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could definitely hear it in a game. I could hear it on transitions inside of a TV show as well. A whole bunch of different places I could hear it. So, yeah, very dope. All right, next up, we have Alan T. Let's go. That's tough.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Alan T coming with the sauce. Mashup 10. Very nice, man. I like the elements in there. Good good structure. I like the drop in and outs that you have in there, the change ups. Very, very nice. Let's give it up for Alan T one more time. Yeah, man. Definitely submit. I don't know which library you're gonna submit it to, but yeah, definitely. Yeah. I would definitely submit it. I've been trying to work on some stuff myself, so I know the struggle. Charismatic. Stephen Parker, man. And you're up next. Which one? I think you had two. Did you have two of them? Yeah, you had two of them in here. Which one did you want to do? Okay, so this one is just in case. This one didn't play. I got you. All right. Yeah, Alan coming with the heat, man. Yeah, very nice transitions, yo. Yeah, Alan's definitely dope. All right, so let's get into this by Stephen Parker, Love Therapy. Let's go. All right, let's give it up. Stephen Parker coming with the boom bap. Hardcore right out the gate, yo. I like that one. Very nice elements you use in there. The drum loop is fire. The drum loop is fire, yo. There's a section around 140, I think it is. Like there's a lot going on right there. I mean, I don't know if you wanted to kind of pull something out, even if you like kind of pulled out the drums for that section, because there's a lot going on right there that just kind of makes everything jumbled up right there in that section. Everything else, fire. But you know, that comes with like arrangement, doing it a whole lot of times, you know, making the tracks, kind of laying stuff out and seeing where you want to have drops and things like that in the beat. But yeah, very good work. Let's give it up one more time for Stephen Parker. Oh, that's all. It's all good. I got you. Yeah, definitely boom bap vibes. Dope. Yeah, the vibe on there is bananas, yo. All right. I know Saya sent two of them. Russian samples. Huh. All right. We're gonna get to you though. Says to use some of the smash kid sound. Let's listen to what Nathan did. Let's give it up for Nathan Fisher, man. Well, I can definitely say that the drums were hitting. Oh man, the drums do sound good. There were some keys in there that could have been really dope, man, and the sample, but then it sounds like there was like out of key at the same time. So it was like that riff or melody that was playing. It started off good and then it kind of went out of key. So I don't know if that was just a sample that you kind of threw in there, or you were actually playing it like by hand in there. But I'm not sure which DAW you're using either. If you're using like a DAW that has the option to lock like the notes in, that may help you if you're trying to learn how to actually play, or if you're clicking notes in inside of like the piano roll of whichever DAW you're using. I'm not sure which DAW you're using, but yeah, just make sure you're like in key, and that helps tremendously when you're actually making beats. I still do it to this day, y'all. If you watch my lives or anything like that, I'll kind of play something or go over something and I'll like, all right, what key was that in? So the next thing I put in there will always be in that same kind of key. But yeah, man, just keep working at it. Like I said, I really like the drums. They sounded good, man, inside the track just now, though. But let's give it up one more time for Nathan Fisher. Oh, no problem, man. Yeah, it had a nice bounce to it. Yeah, man. Well, I mean, anytime we do these lives, I mean, I get to hear like what you guys are kind of working on, and it just always helps and inspires me to do work as well. Because sometimes, man, I'll tell y'all guys no lie, like I'll be here in the room and like I don't feel like doing anything. And sometimes I'll go and just kind of listen to stuff and then kind of get inspired and wanting to do stuff. But it's tough sometimes, man. You're sitting there, especially after like dealing with everything that life has to throw at you. Then you try to come into the studio and sit down and do some work, and it's like, do I need to do this? Yes. Do I want to do it? No. I didn't even think about that. Mario Phil would be very interesting. The drums drumming. G to F, is that what it was going to? So you were switching up the notes as you were going along? Yeah. I'll probably just try to stay in like one kind of scale or one kind of key kind of thing, just so that everything that, even if you wanted to add extra stuff to it, it'll all be in key. You'll know what key you're in, so you don't have to really figure it out once you know what you're in. I hope that makes sense. All right, next up we have Saya. Let's go.
Destination is running the map. I run in your trap like running your work for somebody get hurt. Nigga run or get clapped. I ain't cool with these dudes. I don't fool with these dudes. I don't wanna show love. I don't wanna
Ah.
What? I don't believe it!
That was legitness.
It's just as I expected.
Chopping a new one and let off again. Always knew we was gonna get our revenge. Aiming whoever ain't fed, I would win. You thought cause I'm God of this rap shit that I just forget all the sins. Oh, how you wish. He dope as 110, I would binge. Everybody say that they start at the bottom. I don't care to doubt them, but this how it ends, nigga.
Look at you, son. Look at what you've become.
That's how it ends. Never see no one get this high again. Low shot of shit, bitch, that's just how I spin. Word on my palm, bitch, I'm too locked in. I hit him up, bitch, I'm too by a twin. Came around short, so that's just how I swim. Came around short, so that's just how I swim. Just how I swim. This how it ends. Never see no one get this high again. Low shot of
That's,
shit, bitch, that's just how I spin. Word on my
that's
palm,
J. Cole,
bitch, I'm too
man.
locked in. I hit him up, bitch, I'm too by a twin. Came around short, so that's just how I swim. Came around short, so that's just how I swim.
Too much energy.
I think.
But that's... How come that Madara guy possesses Rinnegan eyes?
Saya coming in here causing ruckus, man. What you doing, Saya? Yeah, that was fire, yo. I mean, you know. I mean, it is what it is. It's fire. Very nice track, man. Them 808s is hitting perfectly, yo, on there. Them rolls on there, very, very nice, man. I was gonna ask something. I don't remember what it was now. Oh, I was gonna ask, when you're doing the vocals now, are you using the FL stem separator, or are you just still kind of going out and finding those stems somewhere else for the vocals? I wanted to ask you that. Yeah, man, fire for sure. Yeah, man, definitely fire, yo. Looks like it was some kind of Russian sample, so that's really cool, yo. Yeah. Yeah, the drums were definitely on point on there as well. All right, so next up we have Dice, aka Panda. Let's go. You bounce right out the gate, huh? Oh man. All right, let's give it up The Dice, aka Panda. Once again, I think this is the second week, Panda. Do we need to discuss this again? I don't know if that's how you want it to be, but the 808 is taking over all the frequencies. So like I can hear some really nice sounds in the background, and even like your drum pattern sounds like it's really good as well. Just the 808 is completely encompassing the whole like spectrum of the sound. So, like I said, I'm not sure if that's what you want it to be. I don't know if that's a new vibe, something that, you know, I'm not up on yet. But when I hear it, I would like to, you know, hear the rest of the track as well, because I think you have some really nice elements in there. And I really like the way you put stuff together. You have like a real game vibe to me. Like when I hear your stuff, like I can hear it in like a video game. Definitely for like the like RPG stuff. That's kind of where I hear your sound. But like that, the 808, it just sounds like the frequency is taking over the whole entire track. Like I said, I don't know if that's what you want to do or not, but yeah. Okay, Nick Mirror, that's what's up. Yeah, so this, I would just say, you know, if you wanted to, I don't know if you want to or not, I would definitely try to cut out some of the high end of the bass, just so that it is in its own lane, and then all the other elements can kind of have their space. Because right now, it's like I said, this takes over the whole spectrum. So you want to just be careful of that. If, like I said, if that's what you want to do, you don't have to do that. You don't have to listen to anything I say. I'm just a person on YouTube. I have no rights to tell you how you want to do it, but I think it sounds good. I can hear the elements in the background, and they sound like they would be very prominent inside the track. Okay. Does Nick Mara have like live sessions? I know I used to watch a couple of his things like a while ago. That was years ago though, when he was on with the producer. What is it called? My memory is shot, y'all. Just let y'all know. But yeah, I remember Nick Mara a long time ago. He used to be doing lives and things like that, and they had their whole little team doing YouTube videos. There was one of them that was really, really dope. I can't remember his name right now. And he was doing one showing you how to like do like keys in the piano roll, how he does his keys to make them sound like realistic and stuff. That was a really dope team that they had back then. I don't even know if they're still together or not. But yeah. Yeah, that bass is crazy. All right. So we're up to the last track of the night so far, and it's gonna be Saya, Internet Money. See, my mind is gone, yo. That was years though, man. It's probably been like 4 years ago, yo. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, I haven't watched them in a long time. All right, so last but not least, Saya, Home Game. Let's go. Mm-hmm.
Saya, what are you doing?
All right, let's give it up for Saya, man. Coming through with the home game. Oh, man. Yeah, I remember when they were extremely popular as well. You said you love the brass and the mix. I think the brass sounds a little synthetic. It doesn't sound like a real brass to me. And that would be like the only reason I wouldn't say not to try to pitch it to like a TV or film kind of thing, just because they don't feel like realistic enough for the brass hits on there that you're using. I don't know if you're using like one shots to do those or if you're using a VST. Trying to think of a good brass library that's out there. I know, what is it called? Man, I'm trying to remember stuff and I'm like completely out of it. But yeah, I would say to use a different brass, but that's just me. Looks like other people like the brass, so I say stick with it if that's what you want to do. I would probably change it out. I just said it don't sound authentic, like an authentic brass to me. It sounds like a VST, like something that you just played kind of thing. And I don't know if that's what you were going for or the aim, but yeah. For artists, they'll probably jump all over that. It don't matter to the artist. But like when you're doing like stuff like for like TV film, then you want to make sure that you have like authentic kind of sounding brass. Contact session brass. Yeah, contacts is good too. I like sample tanks. I like orchestral tools. They have some really good brass sounds. Yeah, session horns. Yeah, everybody gonna say session horns, man. There's a lot of Spitfire ones that are really good, yo. But yeah, I like orchestral tools for sure. I like sample tank for sure. They have like hundreds of different brass kind of things you could kind of layer together and give you all those weird up and down and trills, and it's ridiculous how much stuff they have in there. But yeah, Contact definitely. Trying to think of another one that maybe there's a Contact one, Project Sam. I think they have some good ones in there, especially the newer Project Sam 2, like the free stuff that they have. They have one that has brass, I believe, in there, and that brass is really good. Groceries up. Yeah, BBC, yeah. Cause Yeah, that's Spitfire. So yeah, Spitfire. Yeah, they always have some really good stuff. Yes, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Charismatic. You hit the nail on the head. I was thinking about Expand. Expand, Nexus. I'm trying to think of one that was free. If you got their older Rolling Cloud, when I did the video on this channel, those had some really nice orchestral stuff, period. And the horns in there were good. They had the Marcato stuff in there as well. Different kind of brass. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, you want to, or you can just find some really good one shots. If you, if you have like a good library of one shots, you'll find some really good brass stabs and long held horn sounds and stuff like that. So it could be done on one shots as well. I've seen the one shots, or you can use Decent Sampler. I believe they had some really good ones in there as well. So that's another one you could probably check out, Decent Sampler, because they have a whole bunch of like free stuff in there. Yeah, man. Like I like a lot of the Nexus extensions, yo. Like I used to use Nexus all the time. That's when, Nexus was the buzz. Everybody had the cracked version of Nexus. Yeah, man. I used to use Nexus all the time. But yeah, now it's more Contact, Sample Tank, orchestral tools, Rolling Cloud still, Expand. Trying to think of another good one, y'all. There's a few out there. But yeah, I guess that will be it for the night. We're still under an hour, which is amazing, yo. Feels good to be under an hour. So people might actually watch this. Oh man, I'm trying to get some subscribers on the channel. I've actually really close to 10K, but it seems like I'm gonna have to do some work to actually get it. So there's that. Just trying to see what I should do, because I do have some kind of cakewalk stuff lined up, but I don't know if I want to even go that direction right now, just because of the uncertainty of the DAW, and the put out content for it. It just kind of like defeats the purpose when they're working on a newer one and no one knows what the price is going to be. So I don't even know if people are going to continue to use it. And then you have like other DAWs trying to come up, like Luna. And of course there's always Reaper. Reaper is ridiculous, man. Like it's my go-to. And of course, people still out there they have their FL Studio and Abletons, and Logic just came out with their new one where they can do stem separation as well. And I'm like, the game is totally changed, man. Yeah. Mike came through the live yesterday. It's always good to see those people. Like I was doing the Luna one and I saw Creative Sauce. He stopped by. So I like to get support from the people that I kind of watch as well. I think it's pretty cool to see some of the people that you watch on YouTube actually come into your live and just leave a line or drop a line and be like, hey, what's up? I'm in here kind of thing. They don't even have to stay. Just to kind of just be aware that people are actually out there watching you. And I still, think that no one watches me. No one cares about my little channel. But then, you get those people that come through and they want to help you out, support. And, some people, want to sponsor like the Distro Kids and Zounds, things like that. They really come through in the clutch for me. So definitely if you want to be a part of Distro Kid, that 7% discount is below. I've been really thinking about putting out some music. I definitely will put out some music this year. For sure, like hands down that's gonna happen. But I've been kind of submitting stuff to libraries, the stuff I recorded, so it's like I can't really like put it out there like I want to, but I gotta get everything together the right way and then present it. But yeah, there's some really cool things I've been kind of working on, and hopefully I can probably try to drag some of you guys in there with me. Once I get my writing mojo back. I've been slipping, yo. Like it's not as easy as it used to be. Like I used to come up with stuff like instantly and be done, within the hour kind of thing. Now it takes you about 3 hours or so to kind of get my ideas out and across to where I want it to be. But everything is a work in progress. But I'm glad you guys are actually here. I'm glad you guys participate in these things like the live and the sample flips. And the sample flip should be next month. Charismatic, I need to see you in this one. I need to see you in the next one. Nathan, I want to see you as well. Low Cuts, I know you on your FL Mobile, but you can still download the sample from your phone, from the Discord, and put it inside of FL Mobile and use the sampler that's in there, which is actually a pretty good sampler, and make a beat as well. There's no excuses. No excuses. Saya, I want to see you as well. Need to see you in the next sample flip. So I'm expecting to see everybody in the sample flip. Hopefully I can come up with something that you guys actually want to flip. I guess that's more important. I guess that part is more important. Figure out what you guys want to actually flip. But yeah, so Sunday I'll probably come on here live and do that and have those samples ready for you guys to flip for next month. I don't know if you guys have like any questions. Let me make sure that this thing isn't doing weird. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, I don't think Uncle Kenny pulls up to anybody, yo. I've never seen Kenny on anything. I've seen Mike. I've seen Reaper Tips, Alejandro. I've seen him. I've seen Creative Sauce. I remember Bongonzo. He used to come on my lives as well. Who else was there? Something. Hit the keys. He was on a couple of them. Yeah, people stop by all the time. It's always cool to see those, your peers kind of come through and see it. But yeah, I've never seen Kenny. I've never seen Kenny do a live like on his YouTube channel. He does like all those like Reaper drops, but just could you imagine if Kenny went live, like he was, broadcast, hey, I'm going to go live on this date. He'd probably have like 100 questions inside his live. I'm pretty sure of it. Reaper blog. He's been on, I think he's been on one of mine as well. I want to say he has. And I usually go to his as well, Reaper blog. He has some really good lives. He answers questions as well. Hey man, I appreciate it, Charismatic. I'm trying to do stuff like that. I just pitched that to a library and they picked it up. So I don't know what they're gonna do with it. But yeah, I just pitched that song to a library and they picked it up, man. I was kind of excited about that. And I got a couple more out there with that library, and we'll see how it goes. I know you've been working on some stuff, man. Let me know. Hit me up in a DM. Charismatic. Vice in the building, man. What's good? Yes, Vice. No excuses, man. I want to give you guys as much time as possible. I might do it for the 2 weeks again. I don't know. I think the week just gives you more pressure and kind of brings stuff out. But like the 2 weeks is almost like too long because you're waiting and you start to get indecisive that way. I'm a deadline worker myself. Like if I don't give myself a deadline, I usually don't get any work done. That's just how it is. That's why I try to set a schedule, but I can't commit to everything. And that's why I don't commit to like, hey, guaranteed, I'm going to be here this time at, this, life happens and family and all the other stuff. But if I say I'm going to do it, I usually do. Yeah, he's pretty late, but it's all good. All right, that's what's up, Stephen Parker. Man, just keep working, Stephen, man. You getting there, yo. You're becoming one of those one of the top people on this Discord for sure, man. Keep working. All good, man. Hey, man, take care of work, because man, work is needed. Yeah. I mean, especially if you're gonna do music, deadlines will come up. Like I think it was last week. Yeah, last week. They hit me, a library hit me up, was like, hey man, we need this by tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. And it wasn't just like a beat, they went like a whole song. So I was like, yo, I don't know. We'll see. You still don't have one shots. Why not? Why don't you have one shots? You can get one shots almost anywhere, yo. Yes, like Vice said, go to Cymatics, download. They have a one shot pack that's free. So I don't see why you can't do that, sir. Even if it is on your phone, just download it, unzip it, and put it into the FL Mobile. So FL Mobile is like super, super dope. If you know how to kind of finagle it or use it, it's really actually pretty dope. I used to have a couple of videos on his channel. I took them down because no one was watching them. But it's a really dope program. Why can't you use your hard drive on your phone? If you have Android, just put it into like the developer mode. Make sure the debugging is on, and you should be able to pull stuff from your hard drive, and you can actually find it on your phone. So like if you go to where your sounds are, you go to your sounds, and you can search through your folders and actually do it. Yeah. There's a couple people that have some videos on FL Mobile. Like I said, I used to be killing on that thing. I used to make I had a series on my Instagram, which I also took down, which was lunch break cookups. So I used to make beats during my lunch break when I was working on the job. I would go to lunch, I would eat real quick, and then set up my camera, set up my iPad, and be on there pounding away. Yeah, man. That's a good idea, Vice. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, if you have like a some kind of Dropbox or Mega, you can just upload all your sounds there and then kind of just download it onto your phone. Or you can just, if you have a computer at all of some sort, you can kind of hook it up and just download all your sounds. Yeah, man. Yeah, but if you just download the zip files onto the phone, yeah, just make sure you go to like the debugging on your phone, and you should be able to pull up whatever's on. You could plug a flash drive into your USB-C at the bottom of the phone. Yeah, you could do all that, man. You can actually hook a keyboard up to your phone. Like if you have one of those USB-Cs that has like the USB connections on there, you can plug it into your phone and have like your keyboard set up and like your hard drive connected to that same one. All right, so I'm horrible at this camera thing. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. Like this wire I used to use when I was at work. So this is a USB-C. I plug this into the phone, and I used to plug in my keyboard. I had a mouse and my hard drive, so I could get my sounds. So you can do it on you could do it on the phone. Not necessarily Omnisphere, but there's some things out there that really have some really nice sounds inside of them. An FL Mobile, of course, comes with a whole bunch of sounds, a whole bunch of one shots, and you have like the Direct X, I think that's what it's called. What is it called? There's a sampler in there that is the same thing from FL Studio that you could kind of use inside of the mobile version. Yeah, I used to kill that thing, yo. But then they put a regular sampler in there as well. You can cut up samples. You can do like drum rolls. You can do like ghost notes in the piano roll, just like you can in FL with the mobile version. So yeah, I mean, if anything, you could even use BandLab. Like you could use BandLab mobile. I don't know if you want to do that or not, low cuts, but BandLab, you can actually do that as well. You could pull in those samples same way and put it into the BandLab app and chop it up. I think they have a sampler in there, and they have like the little drum rack in there as well. So you could do all that inside of your phone now. Like any kind of like device, you can make beats now. Yeah, I've seen some really, really dope things that people have done with mobile. Yeah, see? Yeah, you could hook up your as long as it recognizes it, it should work. Because I remember there was one that I had that didn't, it wouldn't recognize it on my phone, so I couldn't really use it that way. But like a lot of the other ones, I just plug it in. What did I have? The MPK Mini. It's somewhere in here. Oh, it's over there. It's far over there. Yeah, the MPK Mini. I used to have that one connected to that USB thing, and I used to go at it. Ooh, that is a good question, Vice. You know what? I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can download the BandLab instruments and make them, they have like the one shots and the little samples. Just make sure you put it in a folder where you can find it. But I'm pretty sure you can, yo. I didn't even think about the BandLab sounds and stuff. But FL Mobile comes with a really all right. So just think that what's that thing called? Goodness gracious, Flex. There we go. So Flex is basically started from FL Mobile. That was their baby. Like FL Mobile and Flex, all those sounds in Flex came from FL Mobile. So everything that you see inside of Flex, you can use inside of FL Mobile. So if you like those sounds, then you would be able to use that on FL Mobile. BandLab was your first DAW. Well, are you using it on an Android or are you using this on a Apple? Do you have an Apple or you have an Android? Because if you have a Apple, I remember on my iPad I could use other sounds for the FL Mobile. Yeah, my kids took my iPad. They love that. They just take my stuff, man. Am I trying to sell any of these toys? Not really. I don't really need them, but I don't want to necessarily sell them. I have like, my Axiom back here. It's on the side. You can't really see it. You probably see like a tail end of the keyboard. But I have my Yamaha, my first keyboard ever, I think, that I purchased. It's a PSR something. And I used to make beats on there. I used to use it for sounds running through the MP. So I used to have my MPC, or my boy had the MPC, and I had my keyboard, and I could control the keyboard from the MPC and like find sounds on there and play them through the MPC. It was amazing back then, yo. Kind of learning MIDI and all that other stuff. MPC was dope. But then I got the Yamaha RS. Was it 5,000? I think that's what it was called. RS 5000. I think it was what it's called. It was a Yamaha. They called it a groove box. They called it the MPC killer at the time. Maybe one of these days I might pull it out the box. I have it like in its own case. I went and bought the outs for it. So if I went to like the studio back in the day, man, it was so much stuff you had to do back in the day. Like if you had an MPC, you would want to have the outs on there, so you could have like 8 outs to send all your sounds. So I had the 8 outs on my my Yamaha, so I can send stuff out when we were bouncing out tracks. It was a different world back then, man. Most people only had the 2 tracks, so you had to like keep going through and kind of repeating the beat. So you would play it for like, however long the beat was going to be, like 4 or 5 minutes. Then you go back to the beginning and you play the other pieces in there. It was crazy, yo. You have a motif? And an Axiom 49. Yeah, I have a 61. Axiom 61. One of them oxygen joints. Yeah, MIDI, man. All good, man. Like if you ever decide to go that route, MPC is probably the route you want to take. I don't know what it is about the MPC, but it makes you not worry about things. I don't know if that makes sense. But like once you get like your 16 pads together, you don't necessarily want to do anything else but just mess with those 16 pads. You don't want to kind of look for another sound. You don't want to like venture out into the world of trying to find other things to match inside there. You just kind of sit down with that MPC, them 16 pads, and you just put something together, and then you'll just go to another like what are they called, like a project, and then you kind of just do something else with those same exact sounds. It was a different world, man, back then, yo. Like I remember we had to get some beats together for some people that were with Universal back in the day. And we went to like they went to the studio. I had to work. So I had to make beats. I made like 3 beats that night, yo. We put them on a beat tape or a CD. We used markers on the CD, of course, to put our name and phone number and stuff on there. Those were the days, yo. You went to the studio. The thing to do was with Universal. And he had like plaques on the wall. He had like Janet Jackson. He had Mary. He had I think he had a Tribe join up there as well. But yeah, like he had a whole bunch of plaques on the wall. And he was working with his new artist, and he was like, yo, man, you guys got any beats? And they played the beats, and they wanted like 2 of my joints, and I was like so hyped back then. It was a different world, like I said, man. It was definitely a different world, and that all fell apart. Nothing ever came of that. That was one of those opportunities that wasn't necessarily mine to have, but it kind of happened. Man, I got stories, man. I really I have some stories, man. That things I went through, especially when I was in New York. Yeah, man, Motif. I remember Motifs when they first came out. I wanted one so bad, yo. Me, producing. Wow, that's a good question. I want to say it's probably been maybe 18 years, maybe 19, somewhere around that round. No, yeah, no, it might be 20. Man, 2 centuries. Yeah, yeah, because yeah, it's about 20 years, yo. Time be flying. I've been trying to tell y'all, man. It's been a long time. MPC 2000. It's kind of what I started on. My first DAW was Reason. Reason was amazing, yo. I started on Reason 4. Reason 4 was amazing. First DAW I ever purchased was Sonar. Just to think about that. Sonar 1. I don't even know if they were made by Cakewalk back then. It used to be a green disc. It was like a black box in the green. And the only reason I bought it because it was the cheapest one. It was like $100. And I just got my Sony PC. Spent an arm and a leg for that PC, man. And when I bought Sonar, I had a 4-track mixer that I used to send to the computer to record. And I had the beats hooked up to the mixer, my machine, and keyboard just hooked up to the. It was a different world back then, man. I'm trying to, this brings back memories of all the people that just didn't do anything with music. Like I had albums of dudes. Like I used to record dudes in my back in the back room of my mom's crib. I had a mic stand. And I used to put a hanger with some pantyhose as my pop filter. Worked beautifully. It was one of the greatest pop filters ever. I tell you guys no lies, yo. And I used to have a dresser right in front of the mic, and I used to have my clothes on top. So that was kind of like the filter for the vocal, so it would hit the clothes instead of bouncing around the room. Yeah, I was very innovative back then. Very, very innovative. Yes, that would be a great idea. So it matters what you want to do, Vice. And like from what I hear that you do, it would be great even if you walked up to them and be like, "Hey, man, I want to intern here." Just kind of approach it as a humble mind state. Like, don't just go in there unless you're going to spend money. So like if you go in there and like, "Hey, man, I'm a new artist or a new producer. I want to learn more about engineering. I want to know if you guys have like any internships available at studios." Like most people will take that up. They may make you a store runner at first where you you run to the store, you get cigarettes, drinks, and, candy, chips, stuff like that. But you'll be around, you know what I'm saying? When you're around enough, people will start to notice you. And once they start noticing you, they're going to start asking, "Yo, what do you do? I always see you here. Like, what do you do?" And that's how you can kind of get your foot in the door and kind of branch out and meet people. Or if you're just trying to sell your beats, it's always a good idea to go and find out all the studios in your area. Be friends with the engineer. The engineers are your friends. You know how many people have gotten placements because they just know the engineer? The engineer will be in a session, and let's say the baby comes in and he knows you, Vice, and he's like, "I know Vice got some dope beats." And he dropped off, a beat tape the other day. And, he'll be playing the beat during the intermission. Like baby, like, you know, all right, we're finished with the session, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They just chopping it up. And while they're doing their thing, they're smoking, drinking, whatever they're doing, the engineer playing your beats in the background. And guess what? They might like it. And of course, while they smoking and drinking, somebody might say, "Oh, no, yo, I could feel this one. Yo, who made this beat? Oh yeah, that's this guy Vice. He comes through here all the time." It could be that simple, and at the same time, it could be that hard. So, yeah, it's a great idea to do that. I think that is a great idea. Yeah, man. Yes, 20 years is crazy. But I mean, this is like years and years of working, practicing. And you got to remember, like, I started as an artist. Like, I was an artist hardcore. I mean, if you go and look up my stuff, X.E.L, Ducks Fly South, that was my first official album that I put out there. I was on streaming platforms years ago. Like, I started with Catapult Records. Catapult was the distributor for my first album. And that was Ducks Fly South. If you ever look it up on any of those streaming platforms, it's called Ducks Fly South. And it's X.E.L. You see my big face on the cover of on the cover of it. That was my first official album. Don't worry about it. It does have a lot of the N-words, but there's no cursing in it necessarily. You know, I just, a lot of N-words, but other than that, it's listenable for everybody. No cursing on there. All me. No features. I think I did like 60 or 70% of the production on there. Then I have Billy Sin on there. Who else did I have on that album? I had Mac on there. And I think there's another producer I'm forgetting. Forgive me if I forget the name of the producer. But yeah. And then I did like the rest of the beats. So, oh yeah, no, that's right. I had Raul Supreme. He was a dude from UK, yo. This is when MySpace was popping. Just think of how long ago that was. MySpace was popping at that time, and cats were sending me beats from overseas and from the UK. Kells with the Heat, he sent me a beat. He's on that project as well. And there's one more person. I can't remember their name right now. Yeah. So I had like 5 producers, I think, on there. And plus I did the rest of the work. So all the vocals, all that stuff recorded by me, mixed by me. This was a while ago though. But yeah. So Ducks Fly South, first project. Second major project that I released was Groceries. And Groceries was an awesome project. I had a lot of features on there. I was trying to follow up what I did with my mixtape. I had a mixtape out called The 90s. And I think that was probably one of my best bodies of work as an artist. And I don't even think that exists anymore. So I might even redo all those songs from that album, because it was a really, really good project. But all the features on there probably won't be on there though, because most of the people that were on there don't rap anymore. Oh man, I've been here 10 years, old head, and studying others. I don't have nothing. Do the internet, cafes, user PCs in the back of the day. Bootleg Fruity Loops 3. Ah, man. Yeah, man. You got to put the pantyhose on there, man. Got to do it, yo. Went to the store and, buy the black ones, pantyhose, wrap it around there. And it's just like a pop filter. I don't know where my filter is. I think I lost it somewhere down there. I have stuff everywhere in this room. You guys don't even understand. There's stuff everywhere. Timbaland demo track. What? Yeah, man, that's a good route, man. Like I said, if you do that, if you do, if you do that, then make sure that you actually have a means of them getting to your stuff. So like if you have some kind of project or a group of beats that you feel artists can kind of get on, or if you get in chummy with the people at the studio, you know, you could kind of ask them what the people kind of look for when they come to the studio. And you could kind of tell them, hey, man, instead of people ripping stuff from YouTube, or if you have a whole bunch of clients that want to come in and rip stuff from YouTube, ask them if they want to, mess with some of my beats. That way you can kind of build up, a name for yourself, and like, hey, yeah, that dude Vice got some stuff. He comes to the studio all the time. He drops off whatever. So yeah, definitely a good idea. How did I get my name? That's a good one. Charismatic's asking the right questions, man. All right. So when I first got my name, I was going under another name at the time because I was with a group, and we were called the Soldiers of Darkness. It was one of those group. We were kind of like flatliners and grave diggers. We were talking about, hanging babies from crosses and, all that kind of stuff. It was a very interesting time back then. That was that horrorcore rap. So that's what the group did, right? I was more of just a lyricist kind of guy because I always liked lyricists. Like, if you could spit some really dope bars, I was like all in. I was like Rakim, fan, Big Daddy Kane fan, Nas, like those are like Coogee rap. So dudes that can really like spit, I was all for it. Then I got with some people, and I actually had like some dude that wanted to manage me somehow. I don't know how that even came to be after my group broke up, because they were on some other stuff. That's another story for another day. So we went and we had what they call like an idea session. I guess that's what you call it. And they were like, you can't use that name because it just doesn't fit you. So we had to find another name for me, and everybody's in the room throwing out suggestions, and then somebody just happened to say, man, you're like a extra large dude, man. You're a double XL kind of dude. And then a girl was in the room. There was some girls in the room, and they were like, I'd buy somebody named X.E.L, and there it goes. So it started out with XL, like extra large, and then it became a synonym for myself. So I decided to break it up to X.E.L, and it stands for Extra Enhanced Lyricist. At the time, that's how it all started. And then I created a song. I don't know how I got the O. I just said it one day and it just stuck. And I was like X.E.L.O. And it was just catchy, and everybody kind of caught on to it. So when I used to do shows, I used to start off with that, just get on the stage, X.E.L.O. And then people would start saying the O part every time I did it. So that was part of my whole routine when I got on stage. And it stood for Extra Enhanced Lyricist. That's how it all came to be. But now it stands for Excellent EQ Levels, because I'm more of a producer and engineer now. There you go. Great story, yo. Good question, Charismatic. Nave Ahmad, what's good, man? Thank you for joining, man. Okay, I see you in there. You're new to production and music. That's what's up. You have an album called 90. That was one of my projects. It was actually called 90s. Yeah, man. Yeah, hey man, it was a thing back in the day, yo. It was definitely a thing. We used to have a lot of fun doing that. Hey, Mad Codes. We usually only listen to like one track, unless you're gonna do like a super chat inside here. But I mean, we can listen to one track, so you gotta choose which one you want me to actually play. Yeah, man. Yes, very interesting story. No problem. Which one you want me to play? I can play one for you though. All right, I got you. I'll play the first one. All of them are. Oh, this one is 6 minutes. All right, so let's do this one because I usually play like 2 minutes of a track. So I'll play this one. All right, let's give it up. Mad Codes. That's a very interesting track. I think the sounds are on point. I don't like the necessarily way like everything came together. It's kind of giving a vibe that it's kind of hard to follow. At least that's from what I'm hearing from this track. So like the 808 is playing and that's like the thing that I'm bobbing to. Usually you would bob to like, or get a rhythm from a hi-hat, but you have it very sparse and sporadic in there. There's not really like a clap or a snare or like a way to kind of keep the pace of the track. So just be careful with that unless that's what you're going for. I'm not sure what you're using these tracks for. If it's for like your own like personal project you're gonna kind of put up on like Spotify or something like that, that's cool. But like if from an artist standpoint, like of me trying to get on a track like this, I would probably pass just because I don't have a space for me to actually get on there and do what I want to do to the track. It's like the track is dictating everything instead of like it being a part of what I want to do. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, if you're saying that this is like your first like project you're kind of putting together, I was kind of curious and wonder what you would be using it for. Like, is it for artists or is it just for like some kind of beat tape that you want to put together? So like it would just matter where you're trying to go with the track itself. I'm the first person listening to these. Oh, that's cool. Cool. All right. So you're hoping to make it into an album. So like, is it a vibe that you're going for just to make tracks for an album? Like, are you just trying to build something to make for an album? Okay. No problem, man. Thank you for joining us, man. We appreciate anybody in the community. We try to do these on Thursday nights. I'm not sure if you do samples or not, or flip samples, but we do a sample flip on this channel as well. We do that once a month. So, I mean, if you want to get involved in that as well, we are open for that. So definitely just, let us know. Let me know, like, if you have like questions, if you have DAW questions, like structure questions, there's a general chat inside of the Discord. Pretty much anyone in there will try to help as best they possibly can. So yeah, definitely do that. I know Saya usually does the VC channel inside of the Discord. So if you have like questions, he may be able to assist. It matters what DAW you're using as well. If you're using like, FL or Ableton, Cubase, Cakewalk, FL Studio. This kind of matters which one you're using. You started this year? All right, that's what's up. Album. Okay. Use Cakewalk in an MPC. Ooh, MPC. That's the move right there. Yeah, Cakewalk is a really good DAW. It can be better. I hope they make it better, but it's a good DAW. So like I don't have any problem like the loudness or the sounds or anything like that. It's just a structured thing, and you want to make sure you kind of have like something that gives a person a bounce with the track. If that's the way you want to go. You don't have to listen to me at all. I'm just a person that's on YouTube. Oh man. But yeah. I hope you guys had a good night. Like completely over on the time. But good telling stories. Might have to do one of those nights where I just kind of just give y'all guys some stories of the past things that I've gone through. It's truly an amazing ride. And I learned a lot from a lot of different people, man. And I've always gotten some really, really great advice from people that have already done it. Like they've been through, the storm. They've gotten major placements, I remember being in Chuck D's backyard. My boy Abnormal, he did some stuff on PD Pablo's album. I learned a lot from Ab. He brought me around to a whole bunch of different studios, different places. Shook hands with a lot of people. I met like Hank Shockley. If you don't know who that is, he did like he was part of the group of producers that did Ice Cube's album. So he was like when Ice Cube left like NWA and he was like feuding with them, he went to the East Coast, and Hank Shockley and Eric Vietnam Sadler. He was another dude that was there. They put together that project with Ice Cube. So I met him, you know, shook hands with him. I did shows out there with him. Met Chuck D. I was in a battle. I'll never forget it, yo. I was in a battle and I like destroyed the dude, but I had no people with me. I was from Brooklyn. I was all the way out in like Long Island, and it was only me. I was by myself, Dolo, and he had like 10 or so dudes with him. But I destroyed him. But when it came to the voting, you know, it was like a crowd participation thing, and nobody said anything for me. So it was just like, okay. And then all his boys is there. I was like, yeah, he won. And it was like, nah, dude. And it was so puzzling because I looked at Chuck and I was like, yo, man, you believe this is happening? He was like, yo, man, I can't call it, yo. Now it was the first time I met Chuck D. And then he, there was a dude that got on stage after me. Like he was going up to battle. He was like, yo, man, you won that round, right? He was like, I can't wait to, you know, face you later on. And I was like, nah, dog, they said I lost. And he was like, what? It was like one of those. I was like, okay. So I wasn't losing my mind. I thought I was losing my mind for a second because Chuck was like, yeah, I can't do nothing about it. And nobody in the crowd was like cheering for me. It was very interesting at that time, yo. But it was a lesson learned. You know, don't go in other people's territories when you're from Brooklyn. Oh, man. Yep. All right, peace, Vice. No problem. Yes, PD Pop. I mean, this is when he was at his pinnacle. This is that whole North Carolina, all that stuff. Like my boy Ab had like 4 or 5 tracks on there, and they were about to release the album, and then Timbaland came and like knocked off like 3 of my boys' joints. Man, it was one of those. It was one of those things, man. So his tracks got replaced by Timbaland, but you know, you can't really, you know, what are you gonna do? He's also did songs with like Mary, stuff with Busta. I remember when I'm telling all these stories, man. I remember when we were going to a flip mode meeting. So we were supposed to meet up with all the dudes that were a part of like flip mode, like the executive part, not like the artist, but the executives who are actually dealing with the money and stuff, yo. And we were there and they were talking about making a label, and me and Ab were going to be doing some production on their stuff. And they were telling us how, you know, Busted has got this big budget and, you know, all the things that we were kind of going to probably do, and that all fell apart. Man, like there's so many stories. I could tell you so many stories where things fell apart, man. So that's why I kind of gave up on artists and I just started doing sync, because I was like, yo, man, I'm tired of getting burned though. Like there's so many times, yo. I remember one of my boys, when I moved from New York to Texas, and I told everybody, I know I'm about to leave because y'all not paying me. I'm in the back of my mom's crib. I need to get out of here. And nobody wanted to help me out, pay me for, you know, all the studio time and equipment and all that stuff. So I was like, I'm out. And then my boy, as soon as I left, like the next month, he was in Def Jam like every day. I was like, what is going on, yo? Like, God, what is going on? Is this a sign? What are you telling me here, yo? And he was in Def Jam like every single day. He had a whole album put together with my beats and everything on there. He would not play it. He would not play it for them, yo. And I told him, I'm like, what are you scared of, yo? Like, what could possibly happen? Like, what are they going to say? You're whack? they're gonna either say one or the other. They're gonna be like, oh man, we can get you on some better beats, or I like the dude who made the beats, and you might be, you know, who's the producer. We could help each other out, kind of thing. But it never transpired that way. Whole album wasted, completely wasted, man. I was so sick to my stomach, man. Next time I'll tell you guys about my Jay-Z experience, but that's for another time. Yeah, you can't fight it, man. Like he had it, he had all these songs. I think it's called 919. I think that's the one he produced on there. I think that was the biggest one. I think he had a single for that as well. It was really big in the Carolinas, that song. But that was one of the big ones on there that he did. He did another one. It was 2 tracks he did on that album. And he was getting checks all the time. Cause that album went platinum. I think it went double platinum. I want to say it went double platinum. So he was getting some nice checks from that. Yeah, man. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna get off of here. Just remind me, guys. So everybody that's here, remind me next time. I'll tell you about the Jay-Z story. It's kind of long, that's why I don't want to do it now. But yeah, if you guys want to, I'm sorry. Next week we will be doing a live beat review as well, and Sunday I should be going live on this channel, hopefully early. And I'll make some beats for the sample flip, and then we'll do the sample flip. And like I said, I want to see all you guys a part of the sample flip. But yeah, till next time, I'll see you guys. Peace.